Welcome to Deals Friday. My name is Nick Clark from Jenic, helping you profit from UK property with minimal time effort. I'm a professional property investor and sourcing agent and have been for the last 8 years. And Deals Friday, we're going to be diving in detail and looking into the numbers of current deals that we've got going on at the moment in refurbishments, as well as looking at deals that have actually completed so we can get exact numbers so you know exactly what you get in for from your money and how to profit from UK property with minimal time effort. Not only that, we'll be diving into the strategies behind it and why the clients actually chose those properties and how they fit their goals moving forward. On top of that, we'll be looking at the services behind that and how they're able to profit from UK property and buy UK properties from anywhere in the world right now. That being said, this is Deals Friday and let's get started with this week's episode. This week, we'll be looking into a 3-bedroom mid-terrace in the northeast of England. The client's actual goal is they want to build long-term cash flow for retirement, okay? So get the money working in property so they don't actually have to leave it in their bank account. Now, looking into the figures, the client actually paid £80,000 and the refurbishment of £12,800. Let's dive into what the refurb actually entailed so you know what you get in for your money. So the refurbishment itself, that started with a strip out, so completely needed to strip out the property. It was just old, it was dated, and everything needed to be ripped out. So we put a new kitchen into the property as well as a new bathroom as well. So nice fresh new bathroom. Flooring throughout the property, so we need new flooring all throughout. Good quality underlay. Just remember, putting good quality underlay is better than putting a good quality carpet and a really cheap underlay. Your carpet actually is protected longer if you put a good underlay under the carpet. Obviously, all internal doors need to replace. There were doors internally of the property, but they were dated and had glass in the doors. That's a hazard for you as landlords. Those need to come out, new ones back in. New door handles, hinges, etc. all done. Obviously, plastering needed doing in the actual property. Full decoration of the property as well, so from internal to external as well, so the external of the property and the rear courtyard needed doing as well. On top of that, a gas cert and electrical safety certificate, so you can actually rent it out and make sure that you've got a good, safe, quality property there as well. So the actual legals and survey cost was around about £1,300 in total. The stamp duty estimate on this was £2,400. And the sourcing fee, which is our fee, that's for us actually doing the whole service, which I'll go through a little bit later in the actual video, is that was £3,250. And then there was a project management fee of 10% of the refurb cost. So we actually took care of the whole refurb, brought in the builders, dealt with the tradespeople, and the client actually didn't have to do anything with this property at all. We done it all for them, okay? And that was £1,280 in total. So that brings a total cash investment of £101,030, okay? So the strategy behind this property, yes, it's a 3-bedroom mid-terrace property. However, it is buy to let. This has actually been rented out now to a working family, and that way they've been able to get £550 per month. We'll go into the rental figures in a moment, but that they have got a 6-month AST, okay? So yes, you might want a longer AST, but initially when you got a tenant coming in, you want to have 6-month AST. That way you can actually extend it. So if you don't like the tenant doesn't like you can obviously move on and part ways. So let's dive into the rental figures so you know exactly what you get in for your money on the rental side of things. So the rental income for this property, as I said before, is £550 per month. Now they did get a mortgage on the property and they put a 25% deposit down. That means that their actual mortgage estimate on a 4% interest only mortgage would be a £200 estimate roughly there. There is a management fee because they get the property managed by a letting agent that is part of our team, and that is £66 rough estimate per month that's deducted from the actual rental income. Now the monthly profit estimate on this property is £284 in total, which brings a yield estimate based on the purchase price of 8.25%, which, considering southern properties or London properties, that's a massive, massive difference compared to what you can get down south, or even other countries like Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, etc. So the annual profit of this property is £3,408 per annum, okay, which is a great performance on their money. Now the actual investor itself, let's look into what their background is. So they're actually based in Bristol, and they've got an engineering background, so really skilled and specialist in what they actually do. We actually met on Instagram, which is a great platform where we've been able to meet, obviously, and find other investors. But the client's goal specifically is to build a long-term property. The reason why it is they want to build a long-term property portfolio is for retirement later on. Get the money working harder, so they know that while they're working hard, bringing cash in, they can actually get their money working harder for them. So if you wanted to buy this property and be full cash in, be £101,030. Obviously there might be some extra finance costs, etc. you might have to take into consideration. Everyone is completely different. But they purchased through a mortgage, so they're able to put a 25% deposit down, which is £20,000. So their actual investment was roughly around about £41,030 in total. Now that actually went for our full service. So the full service, that actually consists of us finding the property, negotiating down to the price that works for the actual vendor and their strategy, and also making sure that it's the right location as well. So we deal with all of that, so they don't have to go viewing loads of properties. They don't actually have to deal with, vendors, estate agents, picking up calls, etc. We deal with all of that. So they don't have any time. They've got the money to invest. So this is a great service. They can actually do that. Now on top of that, they actually done our project management service, which we charge 10% of the refurb cost. And that way we were able to project manage it, bring our builders in, our expert builders that we've been using for years and years, provide great quality, and they didn't have to drive up from Bristol all the way up to the northeast and look at refurbs, checking up on builders, dealing with phone calls during the day. We dealt with all of that. So they could be completely hands off, which is great. We give them weekly updates, we give them phone updates, we know exactly what's going on. So they're completely in the loop, and they've also got a track record, so they can actually show potential investors and what their portfolio is doing for them. So what we do is we actually then pass it on to a management team, okay? So that way we pass it on to a letting agent. We've got approved letting agents that we work with, and they do a fantastic job. So with that, what they're able to do is they'll be completely hands off. They don't have to deal with everything, and we'd rather leave it up to the experts in that department so they can do what they do best. So looking over this video, so this is episode 2 of Deals Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Love to hear your comments and feedbacks below. This is a 3-bedroom mid-terrace property based in the northeast. Now the client's goal specifically behind this was to build a property portfolio for monthly profit so they could eventually retire on it when they decide to do that. They love what they do, they love their job, etc., but they want to be able to leverage their cash and just simply do not have the time for it. So if this meets your criteria and you guys actually want to invest in UK property, whether you're based in the UK or outside of the UK, then definitely reach out to us and get in contact with us. Okay, so you can do that on info@jenicproperty.com. That's JENIC property.com. So info@jenicproperty.com. Otherwise, you can reach out to me on Facebook, Property with Nick Clark. So just type in Property with Nick Clark. That's NICCLARK. Otherwise, you can reach out to me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Again, just type in Property with Nick Clark. And then otherwise, check out our website at jenicproperty.com. I look forward to seeing you guys soon, and just remember, you can profit from UK property with minimal time effort. Just have the right team on board, and we look forward to seeing you soon in next week's Deal Friday. And remember to subscribe, hit that notification bell as well if you want to hear other notifications. See you soon. My name is Nick Clark from Jenic, helping you profit through UK property.